What's going on, everyone? Today we have to talk about Robinhood chain because, as you guys know, this has been the go-to for people who are trading meme coins, especially the type of people who like to trade pump fund coins. So we're going to talk about this today. We're going to talk about where I see some of these coins going. We have 3 coins that I want to talk about specifically. So let's see if these ones are gems. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's get straight into it. As you guys can see here, this is Dex Screener. So if you want to come over here to dexscreener.com/Robinhood, you can come over here and you can look at all these different projects. It's probably the best website to look at Robinhood projects. And best website to look at any newly launched project, right? But what I want to talk about specifically are a few projects, right? So the first project here we're going to talk about is called Fox, right? This first project here on Robinhood is called Fox, right? They call it the Fox of the Trenches. All right, they're calling it the Fox of the Trenches, and the Fox of the Trenches is stealing from Wall Street and giving back to the people. So they have a narrative behind it. It's pretty clever. You know, Robinhood obviously steal from the rich, give to the poor. And now you have the Fox right here, you know, stealing from the rich, giving to the poor, pretty much stealing from Wall Street, giving to the poor. So that's what we're seeing right now. With this Fox thing, you know, it's just a meme coin, so it's not like it has any utility or anything. But their branding and their marketing is definitely on point. I'll definitely say that much. And as you can see here, as it says here, the Fox of the Trenches, they have good branding. If you look at this, like they have good branding here. So that's one good thing. That's all something that you want to look for when you're looking at projects that you're potentially wanting to buy, right, for Robinhood coins. And also you want to make sure to see that they're getting listed to CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, right? If they're getting both of those listings, that means they're pretty serious. They're paying for listings on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap. It's not cheap. So the fact that they're listed on both of these is a good sign. So I think that's a good sign for them, but doesn't necessarily mean they're worth buying into, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that. Now, what I do want to show you guys is what I'm noticing here. This right here is called a falling wedge, right? So this thing is at 1 million market cap right now, and it's having a falling wedge at this point. Falling wedges are bullish signals, right? They don't have a 100% win rate. I think it's like a 77% win rate to the upside. But yeah, this is a falling wedge. It's like the sister of the bull flag, right? So should have a continuation to the upside if we're looking at this on a technical perspective. And then if you look over here on the MACD, you can see bullish divergence. Bullish divergence on the MACD is showed by lower lows on the chart and higher lows on the MACD. As you can see, we might be doing a higher low here on the MACD and then having a continuation upwards, right? But again, it didn't even last long the last time. If you look at this one right here, this bullish divergence right here, it did not last that long, right? And then we had the breakout up there. So we're not really seeing much movement here with this, but I think this could be a good possibility, like a good project. If we see it breaking above this falling wedge and getting above this Fibonacci, that would then be bullish, right? If we see it getting above $1 million market cap, above 1.4 million market cap, then that would be bullish. But if we do not break above this falling wedge, then it's not bullish. And this is something with trading. You never want to try to predict a trade, right? You don't buy this trying to predict that it would break out, right? You react. And this is something that I actually teach on my in my course, in my group, Crypto and Options Edge. You don't react, or you don't predict inside of trading. All you do is react, right? But check this out, link in the description, Crypto and Options Edge. Let's move on. But again, you don't predict, you just react. So if we break out of this falling wedge, then you react, right? Now you react and you buy and you ride that thing up to 1.40, and then you probably would want to sell here because then there's probably going to be a pullback followed by continuation, right? So that, you know, that's called reacting, not predicting, right? You're not predicting it. You're waiting until it comes out of here and then you're getting in, right? But if it doesn't give you that bullish confirmation, then you don't get in at all, right? And a lot of people, they try to predict when they're trading, which you don't want to do that. You just want to react to what the market is telling you. So also, technical analysis on like meme coins like this is kind of useless. I'm gonna be completely honest. But it it can help a little bit. It can help a little bit because when you look at the actual technical patterns here, it's actually a falling wedge, right? And some of them are actually right, right? And we're gonna talk about one of them with Cash Cat. Actually, this rising wedge was correct, which is actually a bearish pattern. It's the opposite of the falling wedge. It's a bearish pattern, the rising wedge. So you end up seeing that falling through on Cash Cat, and then you can also see there's another rising wedge here on Cash Cat, and it just fell below that one as well. So we're going to talk about Cash Cat at the end, but I just wanted to talk about Fox here. I think Fox might have some potential. Okay. Now the next one that we're going to talk about is called If, right? It's called If. What if, right? The coin's called If, and then it's called What If. So this coin, this is another meme coin. It says, what if this, the meme coin that makes you millions? And this is the real and only contract address. So that's pretty much what they're saying. Like, what if you become a millionaire off this? And that's their marketing scheme. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good, I guess. But people have been liking it. So I guess it's good since people have been actually liking what they're seeing on this, right? So if you look over here with this What If coin, all they're doing is posting meme. They're really posting trading stuff and memes here and there. But yeah, this is like a trader's coin. That's kind of what it's seeming like. But this What If coin just topped out at 5 million market cap. Me personally, I wouldn't buy it since it's so high. I would actually want to wait for this thing, right? I would want to wait for this thing to drop down lower. There's no reason to be trying to buy this at these prices. Now, there is a possibility that it could continue on an uptrend though. Why? And that's because we have what we call bearish divergence, right? When you have bearish divergence, you're having higher highs on your charts while simultaneously having lower highs on your MACD. Now, remember what I said about doing this technical analysis with meme coins. Like literally someone could rug pull and dump the whole thing and this whole thing goes all the way down to zero, right? But until something like that happens, you can actually follow these trading patterns, right? We've seen the bearish divergence here led to higher high, followed by a higher high, followed by higher high. I don't even have to look at it to know it was true. And then, it dropped down and the bearish divergence happened and then it sold off. And then again, it came back. Higher high, higher high, higher high. Because remember, we're first seeing lower highs on the MACD, and the lower highs on the MACD are then creating higher highs, right? And then when you look over here, you can see every single time it did that, it was a higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high. And it did it here, higher high, higher high, higher high. So from a technical perspective, if we continue to have buying pressure flowing into here, we continue to do this, we'll continue to have higher highs, right? So I think that this thing could have more higher highs to go. I think it might have a little bit more juice, but it's nearing the end of that cycle. But the reason why I'm talking about this is because when this bearish divergence is done, you can catch shorts on the way down. Well, you're probably not gonna be able to short something like this, and I wouldn't recommend it. But you could also, on the way down, as it bounces up, you can catch those bounces up, right? I don't know if it's going to go down right now. Looking at this divergence, it looks like we might pump again and have another higher high. If we have another higher high, it could get up to the 5 million market cap again and possibly have a double top and then bottom, or it could keep going. Remember, we're reacting, we're not predicting. So don't try to predict where it's going to go. Wherever it goes, just react. If it hits the top and then pulls back, okay, it's a double top. Now you wait till it hits like 3 million. You buy a little bit, let it pump, sell. Let it pull back down, hits 2 million, buy a little bit, let it pump, sell. That's pretty much how you got to do it if you're trading on the way down. Now, if it's not a double high and it continues upwards, now you're reacting, you're not predicting. You're waiting until it gets above that 5 million market cap. And then once you start seeing it push above, now you can buy some and let that thing push. All right. So that's what I got here. This coin is called What If. It's called If. So you guys can go ahead and look that one up too. And the last one, like I said earlier, is Cash Cat. This is the original meme of Robinhood chain. This is the Doge of Robinhood change. Right, or not change, but Robinhood change, right? This is the Doge of it. This is the Bonk of Robinhood. This is the Brett of Robinhood, right? This is all of that of Robinhood, okay? And this thing is at $68 million market cap right now. but at the peak, it got all the way up to like 220 something million, like 228 million inside of market cap, which is pretty good. And the technical indicators of this are actually playing out fairly well. Okay. So if you actually look at this is a rising wedge, right? So we go through the rising wedge and it stands true. It breaks down. We know rising wedges are bearish patterns. So after we seen that, and then we seen the breakdown, then it just kept going and going. And this is what I've been saying. Like when you see that breakdown and then you see it bottom out on that next Fibonacci, that's your time to get in. If it does not go below that Fibonacci, now you know you need to buy. Let it move up, and then sell. Right after it gets past this Fibonacci, you'd probably want to sell. You don't want to try to take it to the top. And then it comes down to the next Fibonacci. You buy. It pumps up, and you can see how it pumps up. It pumps up. You sell, and then you just literally rinse and repeat, drops down to that next Fibonacci, and then it comes up. Then you sell, drops down to that next Fibonacci, it comes up, then you can sell again, comes up, and then you can sell. Then it goes through a falling wedge, a falling wedge. Now you know you need to get out of it. And I said falling wage, something like the minimum wage in America. It seems like it's going down, right? But as we can see, coming out of this falling wedge, we should be pushing down to 55 million soon, but it's probably going to push below it. But Cash Cat is the original meme. So I'm expecting this thing to recover. I'm expecting Cash Cat to recover from this. Not immediately, right? But I'm expecting Cash Cat to do something like some Mudang movements. If you guys remember Mudang on, I'll show you because it's better to show you guys than just tell you. But if you guys remember Mudang from Pump.fun, this thing moved very similarly. If you actually look at it, it kind of goes all the way down to 38 million, kind of like how Cash Cat's doing now. But it always comes back. Mudang always comes back and recovers and always does some random pump out of nowhere, right? It'll do massive numbers and then it'll pull back and do a massive dump and it just comes right back. So this is Mudang. As you can see here, it goes all the way down here from 64 million market cap all the way up to 614 million, all the way back down to 26 million, all the way back up to 313 million, all the way back down to 100, back up to 200, all the way back down to where it's at now at 38 million. What do you think Mudang's going to do when the bull market starts to kick in? This thing's going to start pumping, right? And I think Cash Cat is going to be one of those projects that just dumps, comes back, dumps, comes back. And right now it's the dumping period because of this rising wedge. Again, I'm expecting it to come down to 50 million and possibly breaking that support at 50 million. And then we're just going to have to wait and see how low it goes from there. We have support at 40 million after that. So we're going to have to wait and see how low this Cash Cat goes from there. But yeah, like I said, Cash Cat is the original meme of Robinhood. They say the more you learn about Robinhood history, the more bullish Cash Cat becomes. That cat, their logo, this is the Doge logo, but this is the Doge logo that Robinhood traders created. Not the logo, but it's a Doge picture, a Doge meme that Robinhood people created, right? Not Robinhood people, but Robinhood traders, right? They made this meme, and this was like a Doge sitting in a weird position, like a dog inside the Doge marketing scheme, sitting in a weird position, right? And they took it and they turned it into Cash Cat. Literally, they put a cat on it. So it's pretty big. And then this is that one guy, the Apple guy. I don't know his name right now. I can't think. But yeah, as you can see, they're on top of their memes. They're definitely on top of their memes. And I think Cash Cat is probably going to be the top coin of Robinhood. So I don't think that you should sleep on this project. I think this project is going to do well in the future. So it's only a matter of time, right? And imagine them getting listed onto Robinhood, being the first Robinhood chain listed onto Robinhood, the first Robinhood chain coin listed on a Robinhood. That would be huge. All right, that would be huge. But anyways, this is all I got for you guys today. I just wanted to go over this, the top three Robinhood coins that I'm seeing right now, top three opportunities in Robinhood chain. So that's what I'm seeing. Let me know what you guys think about this. Go ahead and check out the link in the description for the Crypto and Options Edge group. We have a trading mastery course and we have the war room chat where we talk about different trading strategies all day long, right? Different things going on in the market. So you can check this out. It's $98 a month. We got 2 paying members so far, but hey, it's something. So if you want to check it out, you can. If not, it's also cool too. You can just become a member of the channel. Only $9.99 per month if you become a member of the YouTube channel. It's that join button next to the subscribe button. And if you do that, I'll go over literally any crypto project that you want me to go over. Just comment on any one of my videos and be like, hey, can you go over this? Can you go over that? I'll be able to go over it for you if you're a member of the channel. If not, then I'll get around to your request eventually when I have time. Now, check out Advantify. Link in the description for that, for the best DeFi perps trading on the base platform. So go ahead and check the link in the description out. Sign up through the link below and get up to 15% discount on your trading fees. And when you sign up through that link, it's going to put in that discount code Marcellus for you automatically. So go ahead and sign up through there. And it's a DeFi platform, so you really don't even have to sign up. You can connect your email and use your wallet like that, or you can just create a wallet through that link and use that discount code. Everything will be good. So yeah, go ahead and check that out. Link in the description. So this is all I got for you guys today. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Again, hit the like button and subscribe as always. I'll be back with another video.